All right, so you've decided to start your own business. Have you thought about the costs, the expenses, the money, the investment it's going to take to get it started? There's a lot to consider when it comes to those things. I just want to kind of bring out 5 key points today for you to consider, to think about. I'm standing here in my store, looking around, thinking about things I need to do today. But all this inventory that you see that's in here didn't just get in here by accident. All this inventory got in here with money. I don't have all the lights on because we're still closed. But I want you to understand some of the important things of starting a business, the money that you'll need, the investment considerations. First, you need to understand your startup costs to cover your expenses like your business license, your permits, the inventory I've been kind of showing you around, equipment, and legal fees. You need a computer, you'll need a desk, phone. Little things sometimes you don't think about in the grand scheme of things. Then you're going to need software on those computers to keep up with your transactions. Especially if you have a lot going on with model numbers and serial numbers. You got to consider your operational costs like your rent, utilities, employee salaries, any marketing you're going to do, or insurance, and maybe even a contingency fund where you have a cushion for unexpected costs or slow periods. Then next step you want to do is create like a detailed budget. You want to break down those expenses. You want to categorize your costs to get a clear picture of where your money's going. You want to be able to project your revenue. You want to estimate your potential income to see if it covers your expenses. And then be able to do a cash flow analysis. Track your income and expenses over time to manage your finances effectively. You'll find sometimes in some businesses that one month is better than others. 1 week is better than others. They don't call Black Friday for nothing. But there are slow months in retail where the sales are not as great. Are you prepared for those months? When you have a great month, you're not using all your money that you've made and enjoying it because you have extra money to spend, but you're reinvesting it because you're getting ready for a difficult month. Explore funding options as a third step. Are you going to use your own personal savings or investments? Are you going to consider a bank loan or SBA loan or peer-to-peer lending? You've got friends that want to invest or venture capitalists. And if you get those type of people involved, much like Shark Tank, you're going to give up some of your equity, some of your ownership. And there's also grants out there. You can research government grants or nonprofit grants for specific industries or social impact type businesses. So there's things out there. There's money out there. If you work really hard and look, you can find money to help you get started in a business and a dream, a vision that you have. But also plan for the long term. There's going to have to be a break-even point. You need to calculate how much revenue you need to cover your costs. Profit margins determine how much profit that you want to make, what you need to cover your expenses. And then scaling up, plan for growth and additional funding needs as your business expands. When we first started this store, there wasn't this much inventory in here. These beds weren't in here yet. But a lot of the other inventory you see was just gradual. These nice displays weren't in here yet. But as the months rolled along, we continued to add nice displays. We continue to add more product line. And we continue, even to this day, continue to add even more product. And we're beginning to see what sells, what doesn't sell, so that we're not carrying the products that it's very slow to move, take up floor space that we can utilize to sell other items. And then the last step of advice to get started is to seek professional advice. Get with an accountant for financial planning, considering all the taxes you got to pay and all the legal structures that are involved. Remember, you'll have payroll taxes, you'll have your local city taxes that you'll be paying, uh, for your licensing, plus your county tax, city tax, however your area does those type things. So you have, and state taxes. So you have a lot of extra expenses involved that you've got to collect on as well when you're transacting wherever you're going to be in business. You got to be respectful of those things and take care of those things and make sure you keep up with your books and your materials and all the accounting. It needs to be very clear in case you're audited. But remember, the amount of money you need is going to vary depending on your business type, your location, and how you're going to scale it. But with thorough planning and careful financial management, you can have success, and they'll be crucial to the success of your business. And have those dreams where you can see it big one day and going great one day, but also be a realist. Be realistic in your journey, in your retail reality, and know that things take time. But be patient. And don't forget as well, besides the expense of the business, you've got to remember you got to live your own personal expenses to live, to feed yourself, to pay for the gas in your car, and other things that can happen that could be an issue or problem for you down the road. But I hope these tips help as you determine whether or not you're able to invest.